Yo, what is up, you guys? Hope you're partying like every day is your birthday mix. We got another one for you guys today. If you have not seen part 1 of this video, I would definitely go check it out before you do see this part 2. And I'll probably link it in the description, bro. I'll link part 2 with the, or I'll link part 1 with the original video also, both in the description, man. So go check them out. Make sure you do go show Seth the programmer some love for this awesome little video right here. And let's now see what the Chimera ants are working with. You know, we got a good little picture of the Phantom Troupe in part 1. Now we're about to go into the Chimera for part 2. So let's get to it.
We've been discussing peon, officer, and leader class Chimera ants. And on the hierarchy, they're actually 2 stages higher than even that, and it's no exaggeration to say that the difference between leaders and their officers is nothing compared to the royals and the leaders. The royal ants are so powerful that they make powerful hunters like Nav literally start to go insane just from sensing their presence, and fears the royal ants more than death itself, and can even take down Kite, one of the strongest hunters on the planet, who could sweep entire platoons of officers and easily one-shot leader ants even with his weaker abilities. And not only does Neferpitou actually take down Kite so easily, but it's also implied that Kite got some on the verge death amp and still got absolutely demolished, only landing some scratches on Pitou, if not just dirt or dry blood from Kite's following decapitation. And the gap is so extreme that Killua says that nobody's ever encountered would stand a remote chance against Neferpitou, not even Hisoka or Illumi. He's also met most of the Phantom Troupe, including Crollo, as well as Zeno and Silva. Now, usually you'd say that Killua is simply exaggerating, however, Killua is literally programmed with a unique ability to read the true threat level of people he encounters, even being able to tell that Rusty Netero possessed the Guanyin Bodhisattva while he was suppressed just by looking at him, and the needle in his head that forces him to retreat on a subconscious level if he senses someone beyond his power that wishes him harm. The actual manga volume description for Pitou, which is usually written and constructed alongside Togashi, as Togashi does volume specials specifically for them, actually says that Pitou is stronger than any adversary that Gon and Killua have met up to that point, meaning any character in the series that Gon and Killua have met would get outboxed and destroyed by Pitou.
Bro. The Chimera ants are no joke.
Pitou has not
they
even
are no
developed
joke.
its net ability yet. Once again, the databooks make a clear distinction between royals and everyone else in the series, whereas many of the strongest fighters in the world—
Holy shit, yeah, look at these guys, you go. Damn. Their charts are, look at, damn near all the way full. There are 5 in every category almost. You know, 5 in almost every category, 5 in almost every category. This man's not even ranked. He's so damn soup. The only thing that I could say about the Phantom Troupe is they do have numbers. But, I don't know, bro. What would you guys rather? Would y'all rather have 12 people that are soup as shit? Or 4 people that are soup as shit? That's a tough one.
World that for their combat abilities, the Royal Ants and Chairman Netero, post 0 charge and training, have all 5s. This isn't even just their physical powers, but even their intelligence outclasses or rivals that of even Crollo's, who's known for his insane planning, and this is no exaggeration, as Pitou and Poof are such geniuses that they can master top-tier net abilities practically upon birth, and instantly know how most of it works and how to learn and manipulate it, something that takes most characters decades to do, let alone hours.
That's actually facts,
Poof even
you guys.
goes so far as to be able to absolutely bully—
Damn, I never realized how fast they got to learn then. Think about how long y'all took Gon and Killua to master it, and they ain't even like master it. These guys did just get birthed. See, I don't be thinking they just get birthed because they're, you know, they look like adults. But when you think about it, yeah, they just came right out the womb.
Intellectually and strategically, despite only being weeks old and Morel being an insanely experienced hunter, Poof was also very manipulative and was able to actually speak over Gon without him really realizing what was happening while she was healing Komugi. Basically, while Hisoka, Crollo, Zeno, and Silva and Illumi are all top tier fighters, the Royals and Netero are pretty much the absolute pinnacle of what humans can ever achieve. Although it's implied Netero has a few advantages over the Royals outside of physical stats, such as his enhanced speed and experience, well as having no lacking trait in combat such as a lack of will or a minor fault in talent or intelligence. Even after Hisoka states he wants to fight Netero one day, Netero is completely disinterested and is only reinvigorated to fight and train once again after sensing Pitou and getting told by Colt that the Royals could take him no problem. Hisoka doesn't even make him flinch in comparison, and in fact came off as boring even. and even after being extremely rusty, his power was still convincing enough to Nav and Moro that he was the pinnacle of all hunters in the world, and even Elami said that for Gon to even take out the top soldier of the king who forced Netero, who around 50 years ago was the strongest Nen user on the planet, to use a rose bomb, he would have had to sacrifice all of his Nen or his life in the process. Not even the king, just the king's top soldier convinces Elami of this because of how far Netero stands atop the food chain. Another important detail is that Netero is extremely proficient in reading people's abilities, which is consistent with his character since he's constantly searching for the perfect being of his dream to throw everything he has against. But even with this ability, he never once acknowledges Hisoka or Elami as contenders for top 5 Nen users, or even acknowledges them at all for that matter. As I described with the level 4 and level 5 examples, this was important because Netero would actually be a level 5 enhancer, probably far superior to the likes of Uvogen, who Hisoka never really mentions as.
Ooh, I don't know, y'all. That would be a good ass fight if we could have seen Ovu versus Netero. That would be, I would give it to the old man, you know, because I do enjoy him. I think he's that dude. But Ovo would definitely put up a big-ass fight for that. There's no way he would just wipe the floor with Ovo.
Someone he truly wants to fight, like Crollo, with punches so fast that he could execute them faster than Meruem could move. In the adult Gon versus Neferpitou fight, the dead body of Pito becomes amplified with post-mortem Nen and goes to attack Gon, with Godspeed Killua racing Pito, in which post-mortem Pito actually gets there first and chops Gon's arm off. Now, while Gon purposely let his arm get decapitated because he wanted to be like Kite though, Killua was still using his Godspeed at maximum to the point that you could actually hear his footsteps for the first time in the series, yet couldn't outspeed this Pito despite being—
Wow, I don't remember you guys Gon getting his arm chopped off.
Pito actually gets there first and chops Gon's arm off.
I don't remember. I might have to rewatch Hunter x Hunter, dude. I don't remember that.
Killua was still using his Godspeed at maximum to the point that you could actually hear his footsteps for the first time in the series, yet couldn't outspeed this Pito despite being able to blitz pretty much everyone else in the series to the point they can't even see him. And despite Pito having a space advantage, it's still pretty telling due to how fast Godspeed is actually shown to be. Godspeed, for those of you that don't know, is stated to surpass the limitations of the human body in terms of speed, and not even Hisoka or Elami could do anything to catch him or even keep track of him in the state. Yet post-mortem Pito is arguably somewhat relative to him. Gon then regains his composure and easily tags and obliterates this same Pito. Gon speaks and moves so fast as well that Killua barely has time to blink or he can't keep up.
Bro, he's whooping him with the decapitated arm.
Gon in his adult state is stated to be relative to the king. So the king being faster than Godspeed Killua and—
Whoa. Damn, that's a cool little comparison, y'all. So Gon fully powered up is the same as the king. Damn, bro. If the anime ever starts again, damn, bro, that's so tough.
Same Pito. Gon speaks and moves so fast as well that Killua barely has time to blink or he can't keep up, as the narrator states. For those that don't remember, Gon in his adult state is stated to be relative to the king. So the king being faster than Godspeed Killua, in Pito's own opinion, is highly probable, as well as the fact that Netero also more than likely surpassed human limitations with his decades of prayer for his Guanyin Bodhisattva. So you can kind of look at Netero like a far more skilled Uvogen that could also use most other types of Nen highly efficiently, probably better than pretty much anyone else, that can also outbox Godspeed Killua at the same time with an IQ heavily surpassing Crollo. Then you have Meruem, who the narrator states considers Netero the equivalent of an angry child throwing a tantrum, and who Meruem can counter using only a flicker of his true powers. However, this isn't all. Meruem also has a godlike intellect in the verse, just like the other ants, and despite only being
that's the biggest thing about it, you guys, is it's not just a physical power that this man got. He literally was beating he was like, find me the world's best chess player. Whoop some, and he's like, go kill they trash ass. You know? So he's smart as hell with it, too. And he got a cool little, bro. Y'all can't tell me, bro, that little fit he got ain't tough as hell, too. With the little, like, helmet and the thumbtack. I like the fit.
Meruem also has a godlike intellect in the verse, just like the other ants, and despite only being weeks old, outdoes some of the brightest minds on the planet at some of the most challenging strategy games in the world, and even becomes the best Go player in the world in only 10 games. It's to the point that Netero, who Zeno states is unpredictable intellectually, the same Netero can read moral with almost social precognition, gets hit by almost a future sight level of strategy from Meruem to see through his almost flawless movements after trading thousands of blows and rips his limbs off with a single attack. A feat that hasn't been replicated by anybody else in the series. If Uvogin is the strongest physically of the Phantom Troupe and Netero is simply a far superior enhancer to Uvogin alongside higher speed and intellect, then the Phantom Troupe may have nobody that can even withstand a single attack from Meruem and even survive, even in his base state. Of course,
I wasn't thinking about it like that,
have
man.
Meruem stats not even at level 5 like the Royals, but beyond the chart entirely. He can one-shot leader class ants that even give Phaeton difficulty and can tank his attacks, and can easily dominate even possibly the strongest, fastest, and most intelligent Nen user we know of on the planet while not even trying to kill him, and take little to no damage from him even after thousands of attacks. Even the Zero Hand, an attack Netero charges for insane amount of time, and he pours all of his level 5 Nen and Resolve into, only scratches Meruem, and he just says, oh, that was okay, I guess, and it doesn't actually damage him. Of course, you don't even need to get started on Rose Meruem, who's even stronger and has Yuppie's Rage Cannon that can vaporize massive cliff sides with more energy than needed to destroy a small city, and that's stated
Damn, I forgot how soup that man Meruem was.
An entire
He is no
to
joke.
possibly quell just by himself. Rose Meruem is not up for debate at all. I can't even think of it.
This dude, y'all know how they be saying shit like school threat? This man a universe threat. He's the type of aliens that we hope don't invade the earth one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really gonna piece everybody. He could take over the whole Hunter x Hunter universe if he really wanted to.
Any argument whatsoever that Meruem in base is up for debate either, and I think Netero being an enhancer makes this even more concrete. This is all especially true for the lesser members, obviously, who are rivaling leader ants and officers, and that no ant, Gon and Killua included, thinks anybody can hurt the guard or Meruem, and that they're absolute monsters compared to the rest. The only real argument I see for the troop winning is actually via poison, more specifically Chrollo's Ben's knife. I'm going to assume Chrollo doesn't have anything Meruem level in his bandit secret book until we see it, because obviously he had to do this insane plan just to take out Hisoka, let alone Meruem, and doesn't have any crazy stats we don't understand, due to being tagged by Zeno in their battle, who stated Netero's far inferior. Now, while a Ben's knife wouldn't work on Silva, who is a Zoldyck with years of poison training, Meruem has no stated resistance to toxins, so if they could land a
poison
blow with the
could
knife,
be
they
the way
might
to
be able
go.
Paralyze him and win. Now, this is really only if Meruem is super relaxed and not just trying to kill all the troop and get it over with, which has never been granted with anybody but Netero, who he respected for its insane ability. But let's say he is more relaxed and just wants to see what the troop can do. Maybe the Phantom Troupe bum rushes Meruem while Chrollo activates his weird teleport, quote-unquote, like ability he used on Nobunaga earlier in the series, and then catches Meruem by surprise and stabs him with a knife when his aura is focused towards his front, and then paralyze him and win somehow. This sounds like a great plan and all, however, we've already seen Meruem get hit while completely off guard by the Guanyin Bodhisattva numerous times, and it didn't do any damage to him either. Netero's Guanyin is far superior to Chrollo, probably.
I really forgot, you guys, how insane this man Meruem really was. How you eat that? Dude's getting hit by a giant gold hand. Probably weighs like 12 tons. How you just eat that? How you get hit by something like that and just get right back up and you like, that's all you finna do to me? That weak ass move? What?
Damage to him either. Netero's Guanyin is far superior to Chrollo, probably holding a Ben's knife, which isn't even a net ability. Even Phaeton's Pain Packer ability is extremely unlikely to do anything, and it's questionable as well. Why I say it's questionable, say there are two Phaetons and Pt.2 chopped the arm off of one and Meruem chopped the arm off of the other, and then they both activated Pain Packer. Would both Pain Packers be the same exact strength because he received the same amount of damage? Does the power of it scale to the power of the opponent? It seems more like the first option, and if that's so, we have no idea how strong it would become, even if Meruem for some reason...
See, I think Phaeton could do it, and here's my reasoning why. Maybe. Because, big spoiler alert, y'all, skip ahead if you haven't seen it. Because you know how Netero, blew himself up and killed the king the first time, and then, he got revived. Well, I feel like, what's this dude's name again? What the shit? Phaeton? I feel like Phaeton's move kinda is like Netero's bomb where he's murking himself off. But not exactly the same. So I don't know. It would be, I think it would be close.
And decided to
I do think the king would take it out, but it would be close.
Legs off instead of his head, which he easily blitz him and do. Painpacker, even from a de-limbed and beat up Phaeton, could even seriously damage Neferpitou at this point, who Illumi stated you'd probably have to sacrifice everything you have to defeat, and Nav thought the royals had an inconceivable level of power. It just doesn't seem very promising for him, and remember, Kite also had a on the verge of death ability that Pitou absolutely obliterated even before he mastered Nen. But maybe if he was put near death, that prerequisite Illumi said would be met and he might be able to take out Pitou. But remember that even with this prerequisite, that Gon was put on a level of base Meruem and probably couldn't even defeat him in a fight due to the intelligence gap at the very end, let alone an ability just from getting beat up. I think I've said most of what I've had to say. Hisoka and Illumi think that even Killua and his friends are an issue, that they couldn't even take them when Youpi casually stomped all of them at the same time while not even having mastery over his own abilities. You can't even argue that the Phantom Troupe would ever even be able to damage or use a single hacks on Meruem that would be effective without putting a controller up Meruem's ass and making him stand around, and even then it's heavily debatable. The Phantom Troupe more so struggles with just officer to leader class ants. Royals are definitely more in the question for the entire troop to face than someone like Meruem, someone who Zeno can't do anything but be forced to fear and respect, not say that he's a rival to. All in all, I think Pitou or Youpi versus the Phantom Troupe would make more sense, although I would not be surprised if they actually won as well, especially post-mortem Pitou, who blitzes all of them and is stated to be able to take out every hunter who raided the estate outside of Netero at the same time, or Youpi with his aura that's over 10 times moral, a level 4 Nen user, and his ability to span his rage cannon surpasses anything Uvogin ever did, and he's also stated to be more than 10 times stronger than Godspeed, Killua, Morel, Knuckle, and Shoot, will not even be able to use his Nen abilities, hunters that are all stated to be rivaling Kite. The fact Youpi might have more aura than the entire troop combined and be over 10 times stronger than pretty much all of them should make it pretty obvious all in all that Meruem is not on the plate here. Meruem is beyond the normal cast of human characters.
It's a final, dude. The Phantom Troupe can't touch him, dog.
Video, I just wanted to do this to explain that yes, there is power scaling in Hunter x Hunter. It is not just raw strategy all the time or anything. It's more like strategy, resolve, and power, if that makes sense. So hopefully no more Hisoka versus Meruem request. I think I made that pretty clear. Other than that, guys, I am curious, do you think Pitou or Youpi could take on the Phantom Troupe? If not...
Ooh, see, now the royal officers... I still feel like the royal officers would take you guys. I have not seen Hunter x Hunter in a while, so I kind of forgot about how soup the royals really are. But they're no joke. The Chimera ants really are, when you break it down like this dude did, in another level. Dude's not even part of the chart. You know what I'm saying? All the other Phantom Troops are ranked. This bit not even ranked. How you finna beat someone that's unranked? And the royals who are ranked, low-key, are whooping and higher ranked than all of the Phantom Troupe. There's only 3 of them. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but after this video, part 1 and part 2, I'm going to have to put my money on the Chimera ants every time. They really are no joke, and if they wanted to end and change the world, they could do whatever the shit they want. It would take a miracle to be able to whoop all of them, like what happened with Gon. But what's tough about those is whoever whoops them probably is not coming out of it alive. So you'd have to find people that are willing to sacrifice themselves and go all out to win these battles. And it'd be a tough find. Let's just say that would be a very... You need probably like... Yo, think about it. You would really need like 3 or 4 Neteros to beat all of them. That's going to be a very tough find. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. What an amazing breakdown video right there. Shout out again to this man, Seth the Programmer. If y'all want to see some more of his videos, I would really want to, so let me know some recommendations y'all would like me to check out, and I hope y'all have an amazing rest of your day. I am absolutely starving, so I'm finna go bang me some Zaxmas and go grab on some food. But you guys be easy. Have a great rest of your day, man, and deuces.